Okay guys, this tutorial is essentially the same as the last one I uploaded. It has the second layer as well, so that should help you. So there is also a sheet link in the description, or maybe I'll actually put the text in the description, which is basically the text version of this. And yeah, so we'll basically go about around the we'll go it's like 6 in the morning, my bad. We'll talk about everything that we've done and basically how to do it. So yeah, right, so the first part of the tutorial says solving the DayZ. Right, so the first thing you do is you identify that there is an edge already solved. So as you can see, it's facing white top and it's next to the yellow center. So the second thing the tutorial tells you is to turn the bottom two layers until you spot a white color either here or here. So in this case I did it once and there it is. And as you might remember, the tutorial says you must ensure that this place, like you can put it up in one move, but you have to ensure that this spot is empty of the white edges, otherwise it will be pointless. And it says move the roof, so we move the roof away and then we can put it up. So again, yep. Okay, so we start looking for another edge in the second layer. However, as you can see, there is nothing. So what it says to do in that case is to turn the bottom layer on the bottom floor only until we see a white sticker here. So as you can see, we have one here. And again, the tutorial says make sure that if it's in a position of 6, then the 12th. So if we have a clock here, make sure that the 6 doesn't have a 12 white edge over here. So as you can see, this is white now. So in this case, the tutorial says just to move the roof away, and then you can turn the clock once, and now your edge will be in the second layer. And now that's the case, you know, so you just put it up. Again, you have to ensure that this is not white, so it is not, so it's fine. Right, so now we look for our second layer again. As you can see, there is nothing, so we look for our bottom layer, and as you can see, there is nothing, so there must be something here. As you can see, we have an edge here, so we put it in our front, right? Yep. And we have to make sure that this edge is not white, like we always do. So like again, it's in a position of 6, like this is 6 but this is white, so we have to make sure that 12 is not white and this is white. So we move it away, then the tutorial says turn the clock once, and now it's in the second layer, and that's the case, you know, so you again move it away and put it up. So that's your DayZ. The next step is solving the cross. So what you have to do is you take one edge and you need it to match with so an edge has two colors. One is obviously white because that's what we solved it for, and the second one could be orange, blue, red or green, and it has to match with the center. So as you can see, there is no match right there. However, if we move the roof once, there is a match there now. So once there is a match, the tutorial says to turn the clock twice, so you get the position of 12 into the position of 6. Right, so then you find another edge, so for example with this one, and as you can see it already has a match, so we just turn the clock twice. Let's say this one was there, so it doesn't have a match, no match. So if there's no match, you just turn the bottom two layers until there is a match. So no match, and now there is a match. So we turn the clock twice, and the last one already matches, so we turn the clock twice. So that's the first layer, the cross, sorry. So to solve the first layer, we have to find a cross piece in the top layer. So cross piece has 3 colors, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we find one in the top layer, and we'll look at the other 2 colors it has. So in this case, it's red and green. And in this case, these 2 centers around it should be red and green. So if they're currently, you can see that they're red and blue. So in that case, we turn the bottom 2 layers until it is red and green. So it might take up to 3 times, right? and then we do our algorithm that is written on the sheet, if you take a look, which is lights on, roof to the left, lights off, roof to the right, and then we check if the corner is solved or not. As you can see, it's not, so we repeat the algorithm. Lights on, roof to the left, lights off, roof to the right, still not solved. Lights on, roof to the left, lights off, roof to the right. As you can see, now it's solved, and how you identify a solved corner is it matches here, it matches here, and it matches here. So in this case the condition is satisfied, so we can continue. So for example, we now see this corner, and remember that your corner should be in top right position when you're solving it. So we see this one, and we hold the cube, so this is our top right corner. So remember, our building is here, and currently this is our top right corner. So if we want to make this our top right corner, we just do this. We see those two colors are blue and orange. So there is red and blue right now, but now it's orange and blue. We start doing the algorithm: on, left, off, right, on, left, off, right, on, off, right. And as you can see, now there is a match. So we take our next one, so for example this one, and as you can see, the other two colors are red and blue, and it already is there. So we start doing it: on, left, off, right, and as you can see, it's solved right away. So it might take up to 5 times for that to happen, so just stay patient. And this is our last piece. So the other two colors are orange and green, so currently it's blue and red, and if we do that, now it's green and orange. So we turn the lights on to the left, lights off to the right, and as you can see, it's also solved. Sometimes you might run into the case when you have no more white corners in the top layer. So as you can see, no white corners, and the last corner is in its own position, but it's not solved because you see there is no match there, no match there, no match there. In that case, you just start doing the algorithm, and so lights on to the left, right, off, on, left, right, on, left, off, right. So, and as you can, eventually it will be solved. So again, 5 times. Sometimes you might run into the case when you have like 2 corners in the bottom layer and nothing is solved, right? And I mean, there is no white corners in the top, so on the roof. So you just do the algorithm once, and now you have one in the top, and from there you can continue. So the next step is solving the second layer, and for that you need to find an edge piece in the top layer, so on the roof, that doesn't have a yellow color. So as you can see, this has green and yellow, so that doesn't worth anything. This has blue and yellow, and this has orange and yellow, but this has blue and yellow. So when we have a match, what we do is we just turn the bottom 2 layers, and like was the case of the DZ, we wait when there is a match between the center and this color. So there is blue and there is red, but now there is blue and blue, so that's good. Now the edge can have 2 possible positions it can go to. It can go either here or here. So you have to, in order to identify that, you have to look at the top color. So in this case we have orange here. And as you can see, the orange center, so look at the centers. This center is red, so it doesn't match with orange because they're different colors. But this is orange, so that is a match. So if the edge has to go to the left, first of all, we hold the cube so that your edge is on the right hand side of you. So just turn like that. And now you perform the algorithm that is written on the sheet. So lights off, roof to the right, and you do it twice. And then you do lights off again. And then you do roof to the left, lights on, roof to the left, lights on, twice as well, obviously. And as you can see, now our edge is solved correctly in its own position, so we can continue. However, as you can see, we got a terrible case when everything is yellow here, so that's not good. In that case, you just select an edge, so make sure you hold. Okay, basically you just actually let me first show you when you have a different case, so, and then I'll explain the other case. So in this case we have again So we have another edge which doesn't have yellow on it. So in this case, it's green in the front, orange on the top. So we turn the bottom two layers until there is a match. Now there is a match. Again, two positions it could go to. You look at the top color. If it matches on the left, sorry for the interruption. So here, in case when we have orange on top, so it could go either here to match with the red or here to match with the orange. But since it's orange, we need it to be with the orange. So in this case, it goes to the right. So again, you hold the cube so that the edge is on the right. We perform the formula that is written on the sheet. So lights on, roof to the left, and we do it twice. Lights on, roof to the left. Lights on, roof to the right. Lights off, roof to the right, lights off. So we repeat that twice again. And now, as you can see, this edge is also solved. So from there, now let's have a look at another one. Do we have anything in the top layer? So this is yellow, this has yellow, this has yellow, but this has red and green. And as you can see, it already matches. So just hold it on the right. But first we make sure where it goes. So this is green, this is blue, so it doesn't match, but this is green, so it matches. So in that case, we do lights off to the left, lights off to the left, sorry, to the right twice, yeah. Lights off to the right, lights on to the right, lights on. And oops, I just did the wrong algorithm, sorry guys. Okay, that was wrong, my bad. So it goes there. So sorry, if it goes to the right, so now we have another edge, and as you can see, the top color is green, so it goes to the right. So in this case, you hold the cube like that. So again, the edge should be on the right, and then you do lights on, roof to the left, lights on, roof to the left, lights on, roof to the right, lights off, roof to the right, lights off. And now the edge is solved. Alright, and let's have a look at another case. So here we have this case when again this matches, blue on top, so it goes here. So we do lights off, roof to the left, to the right, lights off, roof to the left, to the right, lights off, roof to the left, lights on, roof to the left, lights on. And that will be your first two layers solved. So sometimes you might run into the case where you don't have sometimes you run into the case when you don't have any edges solved in the top layer, any non-yellow edges in the top layer, but you have one here, and as you can see, it's not solved because it doesn't match. So in this case, you take as basically, if you have nothing yellow on top, you look, and your first two layers are not solved like right now because of this. You just hold your not solved edge in your right. So you hold it like a clock, and you make it sure that the unsolved edge is on the free, and then you do the algorithm that goes like the one before, where you turn lights off first. So lights off to the right, lights off to the right, lights off to the left, lights on to the left, lights on. And now you have the edge in the top layer. So that's how you solve that kind of a case. Also, something I didn't go through is during the cross. When you're solving the cross, you might have a case like that. Sorry. When you're solving the daisy, when you're solving the daisy, you might have a case like this when you have three edges solved, but the last one is in the middle layer. In the top layer, but it doesn't face top. So in that case, you just turn the block once, and now it's in the second layer. So it's a case you know. Alright, so thanks for watching, and see you sometime.